Hello and welcome to a Fresh FM Radio London special supporting the Legacy Reloaded Flags Junior Mass. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It's
Morning, Rudy. Morning,
Notting Hill
listeners.
time.
Morning,
Notting
morning,
Hill
guys.
time again. Good to
Yes,
see you all. Good to see you all. So, Eon, we're going to start with you. Tell us, what's it all about? Tell us.
it's all about that beautiful weekend that everybody looks forward to every single year. Notting Hill Carnival. It's the buzz, the buzz. Tomorrow we're on the road with our juniors. As you can see right now, I'm at our truck build where we're building our trucks. We're getting the trucks ready, prepared for tomorrow. Scaffolding, sound system, everything is being sound tested, built, prepared, make sure everything is nice and safe for the road. And it's all about getting the children. They're looking forward to it. I spoke to the facilitators this morning. They're looking forward to this sorry, the planes are going past. They're looking forward to this weekend. It's like they're excited. Their costumes are ready. They can't wait. I spoke to the facilitators and they're like, Eon, come on, can we see? Can we? Yeah. They just look because we're having they're collecting their costumes this afternoon, so they're gonna be buzzing, absolutely buzzing. It's for them because like this program, Reloaded program that we did for the past few weeks, we've been doing classes with them. We've been doing steel pan classes. We've been doing soca music calypso, the history of Notting Hill Carnival. We've introduced them and we've had rap sessions with a few pioneers, some people who've been involved in Carnival for years, and it's like they're so excited. Some of them for the first time they had to play the chance to play a steel pan, you know. We got a couple of soca artists, went down to the mass camps, met up with them, sang a couple of songs, even got them to, what I mean, to put in a few words. We even did costume making classes with them. So yeah, the buzz is there. They're looking forward to it, because this is like the future of carnival, the culture, the heritage. We want to make sure that our youngsters get a good grasp of it.
Yeah. I've got to commend you on your work, and particularly with the liaison with Antoinette, because now that you've introduced the health and well-being aspect to this as well, which is important for the progression, and all of us who are working and focusing on 2048, the next generation ahead, I think what you're doing is setting the foundational framework from the carnival perspective for this agenda, and it's been well communicated and well supported. Over to you, Antoinette. I understand that there are young people from outside of London also joining this adventure.
Morning, Rudy. Thanks, Eon. But before I get to that, I'd love, like to introduce our fellow colleagues here. So we have a couple of the, coordinators, our leads of the Flags Junior Mask Band. I'd like them to say hello and just share a little bit about their role. And then, yeah, definitely we can talk more on the program itself. So, Lisa, over to you.
Hi, morning. My name is Alicia. I'm here with Io as well. We are both junior mass band coordinators. This year, I also took on the role of being the junior mass band designer and costume maker. So we're still in the works with the production at the moment, as it usually goes down to the wire. Yeah, so we're looking forward to it. Everyone's looking forward to it tomorrow.
Great to hear.
Thanks, Lucy. So Legacy Reloaded, to your point, really, what is it? What are we doing? What's Eon's idea? So Eon being the founder of Flagz Mass Band, so there is an adult side to the group. So there is an adult band, and they've been around many, many years, more than 10 years. And, many of those folks had children actually, and family friends and members, and they brought their children along. So hence the birth of Flagz Junior Mass. So it's a family. So Flags is a family. We're all connected. We're all here for the betterment of the community. And Ian and the team came forward with this idea, shared it with me, had some input to it. It's a group decision, and yeah, we successfully have been awarded support and funding from the Arts Council England. And yeah, so the project was born. So in essence, it's about bringing together different generations. So as we've shared, some of the elders, the icons, the pioneers from carnival and the different carnival genres. So be it from pan, design, dance, and music, the children now, the next generation, are learning their heritage and the legacy of, Notting Hill Carnival and beyond. This isn't just a program for Notting Hill Carnival, we'd like to stress. This is actually a 6-month program. So it's more than just 2 days. It's actually to celebrate and to share knowledge and learning with the young people around the whole infrastructure, how Carnival originated. But more importantly, we want them to bring it forward. They are the future. We want to pass the baton into their hands. So it's just a window in time, Legacy Reloaded, and we look forward to more to come. There's also a digital aspect to the program. We have a AI specialist coming on board. So Iman Sampson, he'll be delivering 2 sessions with our young people. So he'll be traveling to Birmingham, where we have a cohort, and he'll also be traveling in London, where he'll be doing an eco innovation session. So teaching them sustainability, how to use technology in the way forward. So we just wanted to whet the appetite of the viewers. There's a lot going on with the team. And as I said, this is across 6 months, and it will culminate with an amazing performance in October. We conclude with a Black History Month celebration. And we can see some of our sponsors there. I think, Eon, you're teasing us with ORS, that truck. You can see the lovely designs behind Eon. So yeah, we also have wonderful sponsors on board.
Yes. Okay. So, Antoinette, you've really have described the deep roots in storytelling tradition, as you mentioned about those who've gone before, and whilst bringing in the new generation to learn and with their innovative ideas. It's really excellent. Lexi, to come to you, this project focuses on young people aged between 10 and 17. What impact do you hope it will have on their confidence? And for me, most importantly, creativity and connection to the culture.
So I feel that it already is impacting them. So when we had the pioneer come at one of our mass band sessions, I could see, even though the young people at the start of it were very shy, very hush, by the end of the session, they were a lot more chatty. We done a call and response, and they were a lot more louder by the end with their responses. I was looking at some of the young people, and I could see them like doing a little jig in the corners, and I was like, oh, you don't want to fully commit to it yet, but I'm sure when we're on the road and the vibe takes over, they will commit to it. But yeah, I could see them. We done like the dollar wind, and I could see them doing a little shimmy. So it was definitely impactful there. And we also got them to think about, what does carnival mean to them. Sorry, let me just turn my my charger on, because it's about to turn off.
Okay, no problem. Let's go over to Antoinette. Antoinette, carnival has always been about community. How will Legacy Reloaded bring people together in London and Birmingham? And what do you hope the lasting impact will be? You're on mute.
Lexi, do you want to finish? I think you're plugged in.
Sorry.
You okay?
So yeah, my battery was about to turn off there. Yeah, so where was I? Yeah, so they're very much into the dancing and everything there. And I feel that coming forward, they did enjoy the sessions, because I could hear them singing the call and responses even after. And then even our dance sessions that we had the week before, they were asking if they could actually do it because they had been at home and they had already started to practice during obviously they're on holiday, so they started to join and practice during the holidays. So yeah, I feel that it's definitely gonna hit. I know kids, they usually don't show it at the time, but they are thinking it and they are remembering it. So these are all memories that they'll be getting.
Okay, that's good. And I'm sure you saw some teamwork in there amongst them as well as they were practicing together.
Yes. They definitely started to come together. I haven't seen the cohort from Birmingham, but our London lot, they definitely started to come together. They started to talk much more amongst each other as well. So that's friendships and community bonding there from early ages.
Okay. So Antoinette, just to
Yeah, no, that's a good segue because naturally, carnival is about unity. It's about people from all different walks of life coming together. And to be honest, the theme this year called respect. Notting Hill Carnival have put a lot of a big campaign around the word respect and what does it mean for folks that are coming. So, making sure we're all responsible, making sure we protect our environment, making sure we are safe when we're on the road, act responsibly. These are the themes that are being shared this year. There's been a lot around that on the socials and in local conversations, but we wanted to ensure that the children learn about unity in a different way, learn about coming together, learn about how their voice can be heard, because a lot of young people do share with us that they don't have enough space to share their ideas, to share their creativity, and to have their voice heard. And they want to learn more about Carnival, but they don't always have places to go. So, Ian on the team, by putting this together, not only for kids in London, but also children, in Birmingham. So it's across, the UK, making sure that everyone has somewhere to go, somewhere to learn, and something to do. And I know you know that strapline, Rudy, that young people do need that guidance.
absolutely, young people need somewhere to go. Young people need something to do. And in fact, I really like the term you used there when you said about young people need something to learn, which is so important. And absolutely, they need someone to show them how. Mentorship is so important. So, Antoinette, could you say a bit more about that mentorship when it's come to the steel pan, folklore, the costume design, which we've heard from Lexi already, and a bit more about the modern elements like digital storytelling, and why this balance is important as well.
Yeah, sure. Naturally, we're all becoming more greener. We're more looking at green places, greener spaces and lifestyles. And it was really important from a team perspective that we all shared that we wanted to also show and have ways to be more sustainable on the project. We didn't want to have just a lot of costumes being made, and then we wasn't sure how we would use some of those material ends, how we could recycle some of the fabrics that Lexi's using, or having Lexi use recyclable elements in her work. So naturally, we're in a digital phase. We're in the digital industry, if you like, and technology is everywhere. So it only became fitting with the use of AI now that we called upon some expertise, and that's where Iman's work comes in. So Iman Sampson is a digitalist. He's a digital creative artist. He does digital filmmaking and also uses AR, VR, and obviously AI. So Iman was a great selection to come on board, and he will be having, as I say, some classes with the young people to do exactly that, teach them, mentor them, guide them on how to initially use AI responsibly, how to not, overuse ChatGPT or other devices or other softwares. As we know, they do have environmental impact, which we all saw a few months back. But what does that mean for Carnival? How do we future-proof Carnival? And that's a real interest of Eon and his team, being that trailblazer. So the AI Eco Innovation Workshop are, so your audience know, Rudy, the first of its kind.
Okay.
And it's the first of its kind going to be shared with Flagz Junior Maths Group.
Excellent. So look into the future. And there's something important that you said about the theme of respect, because of course, if we go back to the great days of London 2012, and we spoke about passing the baton, if you remember that work there, and that was about inspiring inclusive, peaceful, caring, and enterprising neighborhoods and local communities. Again, Carnival is an important foundation to that theme. So having thought about that and now thinking about the future as these young people become adults, and imagine in 2048 they'll be well into their 30s. What is the legacy that that you want to have left behind with Legacy Reloaded? And for those young people, that new generation of young people, 20 years' time, and the impact of the Carnival community on the wider cultural landscape.
Over to you, Lexi.
Hiya. So I think before we can talk about the future, we need to talk about the past. So I myself have been with Flagz Mass Band since I was 15. And I am now 32. So I have been with Flagz for 17 years. So
that's a generation, Lexi.
That is a generation. So I want to make the next me. I want to make the next person who's going to be doing the costumes, who's going to be thinking about, because the costume making itself isn't just the gems. It's not just the end product. You have cutting to do, you have sewing, you have designing to do. There's other elements of costume making, such as the wire work. So getting young people into doing the wire work, which we know is a dying tradition in the Caribbean, especially. And also, like you were saying, with technology, moving to a different space in terms of starting to get some of the young people into like the DJing and starting to learn how to DJ from a young age, that is creating careers opportunities. And it's also, you know, moving our young people into the next phase of it all, by learning how to do those type of things. So yeah, so one of the dreams for this, I would say, would definitely be for young people to be the ones doing the costume designs, for the young people to be the ones mainly making the costumes for themselves and others. And also for the young people to be the ones actually doing the entertainment on the trucks, on the day, actually doing the DJing. So like maybe a 16, 17-year-old doing the DJing for a segment. So definitely move them and push them, and that's what we want for the next generation. Something positive, especially for them to learn that, you know, Carnival isn't necessarily what they see on the news, but it's actually more deep rooted in our culture, in where we came from, and what the actual meaning behind it all is. It's not just a jump up, it is a honoring our ancestors and what our ancestors went through.
Absolutely, thanks for that. And also what I would add is that by then we're hoping that that generation will actually have their own TV channels and they will have their own networks. Will carry the message to the world.
Yeah.
Because as Antoinette described, is that we talk about 3 dimensions. So there's the neighborhoods dimension.
Yeah, no problem. So you're setting up everything now, you're firing.
There's the communities, and now there's space technologies, as Antoinette described. So that's a really important part. That's a foundation where we are now. So in 10, 20 years' time, that will be a given that this will be part of the overall what today we call the creative economy. So it has all aspects at all levels. So excellent, well done. I'm going to come to Eon now. Eon will just, in summary, before we close, Eon.
Yeah.
A few words from you.
Yeah, no problem. All right, thank you. Yeah, hi guys. Hi. Sorry. Just talking to
Yeah.
one of the guys who's gonna try and finish off here.
At least it proves we're live. Pre-carnival live. So
yeah.
Quick summary from you, Eon, before we close.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you to everybody that's been involved in a big way, in a little way. You know, even the little things. You know, like today, one of the guys turned up this morning. He delivered some material we had, and then we had a whole load of rubbish. And we're thinking, well, how are we going to get rid of this rubbish? And it's amazing. He's like, no worry, load it in the van. I'll sort that for you. So, you know, little things like that makes a major difference, you know, and it's all behind the scene because tomorrow when everybody's having a good time and, you know, partying, and there's nothing wrong with that, they're not realizing the amount of work that goes on in the background, you know, the amount of stuff that goes on. So a special thank you for sponsoring us, for funding this project, you know, because without them we wouldn't have been able to do a lot of the things that we've
Eon,
managed.
can you just repeat the sponsor? We just lost you connection.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, a special thank you to the Arts Council England.
Okay.
For them being able to fund this Legacy Reloaded project, because without them, you know, we wouldn't have been able to do a lot of things that we've managed to do and continue to do for the next few months, because we're going straight into October as well. So it's not, as Antoinette said earlier on, it's not just about the weekend. So a special thank you to them that we've been able to provide this experience for the youngsters, you know. And yeah, we have the London group, and we've got the Birmingham group as well, the Evolve group from Birmingham. You know, their coach is already waiting, so they're looking forward to coming down. You know, special thank you for making it possible for us as well. You know, I want to say a special thank you to ORS. You know, they're sponsoring us this year for Notting Hill Carnival, and then another special thank you to Island Records. Yeah, they like what Flagz do. They believe in what Flagz do, so they're happy to put their name and their brand with us. Sorry, the plane's going past.
Excellent.
Yeah, they're happy. They're happy to work with us in partnership and to being able to bring this carnival to life, this vibrancy, this color, the music, the food, everything that's going to be going on tomorrow. And then the kids, they've got a routine that they've been practicing for weeks, and they can't wait tomorrow, you know. They can't wait to put it on tomorrow. So yeah, it's going to be good. And once again, I want to thank you yourself, Rudy. I want to thank Antoinette, Ayo, Alicia, you know, and all the other Flagz team, the ones that we can't see here, the ones that are still out there doing all the bits and pieces to try and make this weekend a special weekend. And, you know, the other facilitators, the Birmingham crew who couldn't join us today live, which is a shame, but I'll be seeing them later this evening. So yeah, I'm heading down to Birmingham this evening to take their costumes down to them. They're sitting there waiting, you know. Yeah.
But you know what? You know what we can do, Eon, just before you go? We can do a reloaded reflection session early September, during September. So that'd be great for viewers and listeners of Fresh FM Radio London to hear how you got on, you know, some feedback, the successes, which are really important for us.
No, definitely, 100%. I believe we should, yeah. And I think we'll manage to see if we can get some of the children to share their experience with us, you know, just even if it's just a few words, you know. But then I'll be honest with you, after this weekend, after tomorrow, even the shy ones are going to be coming out, and they'll have a little bit more than just a few words.
Absolutely. So we look forward to that then. Great.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for your support. Thank you very much for your your support and your assistance, your dedicating to time, energy, efforts, the amount of people I'm putting things together to make this work. We got a sound system guys here. The truck broke down last night because we were meant to be doing this yesterday. So yeah, broke down yesterday. They didn't get back here till very early this morning. We still got a load of stuff here that waiting to unbox so we can start putting onto the truck. So yeah, it's all hands on pump, and we're pushing it. We're pushing it. We're gonna be ready.
And of course, it will be all right on Carnival Day.
Oh yes, definitely. It all works out in the end, and honestly,
Okay.
it's
Thank
something
you.
to look forward to.
Thank you very much. That's Eon Pyle, and he's the leader of Legacy Reloaded Flags Junior Mass Band. He's got a great team, and they really are demonstrating what the 21st century carnival looks like using the three dimensions of, as we say, space technologies, communities, but yet it's still rooted in the neighborhood. Thank you very much and take care all.